TRW Crossbows and Cannon 1. This is the Battle of Pavia. Start of the 1000 hours game turn. First player is the White Imperialist Army here, under overall commander of Lenoy here, with a command span of 6 and combat bonus of +2, versus a French army here, under the overall command of King Francis here, with a command span of 5 and a combat bonus of +1. And using the Crossbows and Cannon 2 rules and Crossbows and Cannon 2 player aid. This game absolutely delivers the fun, but this game is also absolutely primed for expanding on and making more complex, which I don't know for sure, but boy, it sure seems like the Musket and Pike designer built off of this game or a game like it, but I don't know. Pure speculation. Alright, so it's the start of the game turns. We have our order phase first with the command change step. Definitely want to review everything here. It definitely looks like the French have prevailed on their left. I mean, there are just 2 arquebusier units left in their way. So actually, I'll still go in order. I'll do the Imperialist Army first, then the French Army for orders changes. But let's see. Does the Imperialist Army go over to the defense? Let's see what that. How about they continue on the offense on the far left here, and they go to the defense in the center. So Bourbon over here, I'll leave him with his attack order, attack command. Frundsberg, I'll leave him with his attack command. He obviously just recovered here, so he'll turn back around and head back against Suffolk there. Lenoy will keep his stand order. Seine will go from attack and attempt to go to stand. Yeah. We'll attempt to go to a stand order. Units are routed, but Pescara here has an advance order. The fact that he's with routed units, I think, in the spirit of this game design, it's completely irrelevant as far as, I mean, the leader himself is not routed, so I don't think it has anything to do with his attempt to change his command. Okay, so that's the Imperialist Army. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, now on the French side, I think Dumaine here has a stand order. I think the French need to go over to the offensive. So Dumaine changed to attack. Alençon changed to attack. Attempt to change to attack. Actually, who are these routed units? That's Alençon, and that's Dumaine. Alright, so maybe, since a majority of the routed units are Alençons, maybe I'll wait another turn for him to rally those units, maybe. King Francis has a stand order. I'll say he keeps his stand order, but Florange is going to try to change his to attack. Police change his to attack. Like that. And then Suffolk change his to attack, because it seems to me that the French are getting a bit of the upper hand here. So why not take advantage of it? There, and then here, finally, no reason to keep him in reserve, I think. Try to switch him to stand. There we go. On the far French right there. I'll try to switch to... Did I run out of... Oh, I can just pull more command chits from another... There we go. Alright. Boy, a lot of orders changes. I guess you could call this the first major inflection point in the battle, really. Alright, so... I'll review again. Bourbon keeps his attack order. Frundsberg keeps his attack order. Lanoy keeps his stand order. Sane is within the command span of his overall leader, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he gets to subtract 1 from his command change die roll. He has a command value or rating of 4. There we go. 5 minus 1 is 4. Just makes equal to or less than his command value. So his attack order gets changed to stand. There we go. That's exactly how that's supposed to work. Over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, just outside of Lanoy's command span, but Pescara here has a command rating of 5, 10. He does not change his. Okay. All right. For the French side, over here, Dumaine has a command rating of 4. He rolls a 7. He does not change his. Let's see. Florange is within the command span of King Francis, so he gets to subtract 1 from his... There he goes. 5 minus 1 is 4. He has a command rating of 4. So just barely enough. So he goes over to the attack. Police here is within command span of King Francis. He gets to subtract 1. 3 minus 1 is 2. Well below his command rating of 5. So his stand order gets changed to attack. And finally, oh no, 2 more. Way over here, out of King Francis command span, but he actually has a high command rating of 6. He rolls a 5, so he successfully changes his stand order to an attack command. And then now the last one. It's way over here. Lorraine has a command rating of 5. He rolls an 8, so he does not succeed in changing his to a stand order. Okay, so those are all the command changes. So really about half of the desired command changes actually happened. All right, so first player movement phase. Bourbon has his units within his command span. However, here is Frundsberg. He has a command span of 3, 1, 2, 3. So that unit is definitely out of command. So I mark him out of command like that. Lanoy here, Sane. Pescara. I guess that's his unit there. He's fine. All right. Movement. So Bourbon still has the attack order, so they have to move at least 1/2 their movement, but they're going to go, let's see, 1, 2, 3, no, that's 1, 2, and 3, and then 1, 2. That. Turn these guys around for free. The first facing change is free within the starting hex. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Lanoy moves 1. Stand order. Oh no, wait. He stays in place. He moves those guys up. He wants to keep this guy within his command span, so we can try to rally them. Oh, and this is movement phase, so these guys have to move at least 1 hex. Oh, so that doesn't matter anyways. Alright. And actually these guys need to move 1. Need to move 1 as well. But these guys can turn around 1, 2. These guys can pull back. Oh, wait. Yeah, I think skirmisher's leaving. Skirmisher trying to leave the 2 zones of control, but one of them is definitely cavalry. Skirmishers. Oh, they can retreat before combat, so I'll leave that. At the start of the combat phase, those guys, I'll just leave them there. Actually, he'll come over here. Alright, so that is the first player movement. Oh, wait. Let's see about moving out. Leaving a zone of control. Need to review that again. Leaving a zone of control. A combat unit that begins a movement phase in an enemy's ZOC may move out of that ZOC if it has a retreat stand, muster, or reserve command. He has a stand commands there with Sane here. San. And is in command. So there we go. So he flips around. There's no type of reaction fire at all in this game. So that's free, and he comes back 1, and let's say 2, and then flips back around for 3. Well, that's cavalry anyways. But the reduced guy has a movement allowance of 4. That's good enough. Yeah. Because Lanois is going to come up and fill that gap, actually. Alright, so... Okay. Now we go to combat phase. Now they can pull back. That. The skirmishers there. Is that? Oh. I should have paid attention. This is actually when he does have to roll. Okay. Yeah, I should have paid attention to that. That's an 8, 9, or 10. No, they got a 10. So that's to leave the cavalry's enemy cavalry zone of control. On a roll of 8, 9, or 10. So they got it. Okay. Now combat phase. Now defensive fire. Crossbows at range of 2 there. Crossbows range of 2. Medium range call. Ooh, they roll a 10. Yikes. There's the step loss. And actually, with crossbows and cannon 2, these one-sided skirmish units are 1 step. Wow. I'm not sure I agree with that, considering that these were rated with a combat strength of 5. I wonder if arquebusier skirmish units in Volume 2 have strengths up to 5. Huh. But that's what it says for Volume 2. Skirmish units, longbow, arquebusier, crossbow, stradiot, light cavalry, genitors are eliminated and removed from play for the first step loss. Yeah, actually that is that. Here crossbows, range of 2. 3. There we go. That's a miss. Let's see. Artillery against this arquebusier unit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is long range. No, that's medium range for artillery. 4 is a miss. Let's see here. This artillery one. No, see this artillery 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Long range against Lanois' unit there. 7 for long range is normally a miss, but what is he stacked with? He's stacked with cavalry. Heavy cavalry, so actually that's still a miss. This artillery unit against this pike unit, which will be +1 because it's pike unit. 1, 2, 3. That is medium range, +1 for the pike. That's 7. 7 plus 1 is 8, and that is a morale check. There, they passed the morale check with a 6. They have pretty morale there of 8. Here, crossbow unit against Bourbon's stacked there. Range of 2 is medium range with a 6. Bourbon is stacked, I think, with 2. Yep, 2 pike units, that's plus 2. 6 plus 2 is 8. On the medium, that's a morale check. Top unit with Bourbon, well, he's going to pass with a 1 minus 1 for being stacked with a leader. And 8 minus 1, 7 for the second unit, which is good. He has a pretty morale of 8. And finally, this crossbow unit against this stack of 2 pike units. Plus 2. Oh, 10 plus 2. That is easily 2-step losses because that's short range. 2-step losses flips the first pike unit there, which has a morale of 6 that he passes. The unit under has a morale of 8, and they roll an 8, so they pass. Alright, that is defensive fire, so now we have offensive fire. Okay, offensive fire, starting over here we have the arquebusier unit, range of 2 to the crossbows there. Arquebusier range 2 is medium, yeah, well 2 is going to be a miss. And then arquebusier unit here against Flange here with a pike unit, so plus 1. Ooh, 9 plus 1 is 10. On the medium range, that's step loss. Yes, step loss. And then morale check for the unit there. 3 minus 1 for being stacked with a leader is 2. Easily passes that morale check. It still takes that step loss there. Like that. This arquebusier unit against the cavalry there. Range 2. Yeah, 1 is not going to be anything. Artillery. Let's see. I'll do artillery against police there. With his heavy cavalry. 1, 2, 3, 4. That is medium range for artillery. 6, morale check, okay. Morale check. Minus 1 for being stacked with police. 8 minus 1 is 7. And it is 7. Morale is 7, so he just barely makes it. Because he's stacked with the leader. Next artillery unit against that. Heavy cavalry. Ooh, 8. Now that is a morale check. Morale of 9. Easily passes it with a 1. I guess that's it. These are all pike units without fire capability. Now melees, I will declare my melees. Alright, there's only one melee against these crossbow skirmishers over here. Out of command units, just to review, cannot initiate melee. So, declared melee there. Step 1, attackers still have to pass their morale checks to actually melee. Alright, so 5 for the top unit there, they're in. Bottom unit there is 8. They roll a 9, so they're not in. So it's only the top unit there with a strength of 5, morale of 6. And it is attack command stacked with a leader. Alright, so they do their morale checks. They each get minus 1 stacked with a leader. 2 minus 1 is 1, easily passes. Bottom unit 5 minus 1 is 4, easily passes. So these 2 units plus the top pike unit there. Now we go to, this is a skirmish unit being attacked by infantry. They can automatically retreat, and in fact they will. They will. So 1, 2, 3, and then Actually going to advance with these two units together. They can advance together and they can change facing, actually. So there. They can retreat through friendly unit because the moving unit is a skirmish unit. That is it for the combat phase, the melee combat phase. So now we do have some... Actually, we only have one stack to attempt to rally. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so this is the only unit eligible to attempt rallies. We have Pescara, so they will subtract 1 from their morale rolls, which actually counteracts the +1 for being routed. So it's just even. So they need an 8 or less, they roll a 1. So they easily rally there. Now first player, no, now second. Oh, wait a minute. This is important. I thought this wouldn't be relevant. I think it is. Yeah, the second player checks for victory. So actually, let me talk about this. Let me zoom out and talk about it. Okay, specifically, this is the second player checks to see if he rolls for victory. Okay, so the first thing is to see how many. So this is going to be the French check. The French are checking to see if they roll for victory. So they are assessing current imperialist, which is first player, imperialist losses. So the first thing is to see the bare minimum. It's right here. For a French victory, check the following table, 55. So we need to get close to 55 before we do any detailed assessment. So this is exactly how I do it. One easy way is all of these. These are all the kills off board. So let's do a quick count there. We're doing strength points. We're doing front full strength points. So 10, 5, 15, 5, 20, 25, 27. So 27 already. 27 plus the full strength of all routed units. 27, 37. And 39. So we're already to 39. That would have made a difference, but they rallied. Okay. I'll just talk about this. Like, for example, this reduced pike unit. So you go 10 is its front strength. 10 is its front strength. It's on its back strength, so you take the back strength, subtract it from the front to get the current. So this is worth 5 victory loss points, I guess. 5 points of losses. There's a reduced unit, but that's just worth 1. That's not much. He's not reduced. Alright, so we're not going to get near 55, but that's basically how I do it. So if I do a quick, that was a quick count, by the way. So if I do a quick count and I find that I'm within, 5 or so, then I'll go through and do a detailed count and see if I get onto that table to roll for victory. That is the end of the first player rally phase and first half of the 1000 hours game turn.